Hey everyone, and welcome to the Business Basics Hub. Today, we are going to tackle a topic that can literally be a financial lifesaver for your business. So, let's jump right in.
All right, before we get going, just the standard heads up. This is all for your general education. If you need advice for your specific business, it's always a great idea to chat with a professional.
Okay, so today we're pulling back the curtain on one of the most popular tools for small business owners, the limited liability company, or as you probably know it, the LLC. We're going to break down what it is, why it's such a game changer, and how you can actually set one up.
But first, let me ask you a question. If your business, say, got sued or racked up a big debt, would your personal savings, your car, or even your house be safe? If you're not 100% sure about the answer to that, then you are in exactly the right place.
Here's the game plan for today. We'll kick things off with a super simple definition. Then we'll get into why you'd even want one. After that, I'll walk you through how to form one, step by step. And finally, we'll cover how to keep it running smoothly and what common mistakes to avoid. So let's start with the absolute basics. What in the world is an LLC anyway?
You know, the easiest way to think about an LLC is like a legal shield. It builds a protective wall between you, the person, and your business. This means if the business ever gets into trouble, your personal stuff, your house, your savings, is protected on the other side of that wall.
Now, what makes the LLC so awesome is that it's a hybrid. It basically grabs the best parts of other business structures. You get that strong liability protection you'd find in a corporation, but you also get the super simple pass-through taxes of a sole proprietorship. It really is the best of both worlds for most small businesses. So beyond that legal wall, why is this structure so incredibly popular with small business owners and freelancers? Let's dig into the key advantages.
Okay, number one, and this is the big one, is that limited liability. That's the main reason people do this. Second, the simple taxation means you avoid the double taxation nightmare that corporations can face. LLCs are also super flexible on how you manage them and how you choose to be taxed. And don't underestimate credibility. Having LLC after your business name just tells the world you're serious and established. It can make a huge difference.
All right, you see the benefits, and now you're probably thinking, okay, how do I get one? Well, it's probably more straightforward than you think. Let's get practical and walk through the steps together. Here we go, the first 5 steps. First up, pick your state. For most of us, that's just the state you live and work in. Step 2, choose a unique name for your business. You got to make sure no one else has it. Third, you'll need a registered agent. That's just a fancy term for a person or company that can accept official mail for you. Step 4 is a big one. You file your articles of organization with the state. That's the document that officially brings your LLC to life. And finally, you'll want to draft an operating agreement. Think of it as the rule book for your business. Moving on. Step 6. Get an employer identification number, or EIN, from the IRS. It's totally free, and it's kind of like a social security number for your business. Now, step 7 is non-negotiable. It is absolutely critical. You have to open a separate business bank account. From there, you'll get any local licenses you need, make a tax election if you want to, and finally, just make a plan for the little bit of ongoing maintenance your LLC will need. I really want to pause and drive this point home because it's so important. If you mix your business and personal money, we're talking about buying groceries with a business debit card or depositing a client check into your personal account, you are literally tearing down that protective wall you just worked so hard to build. Don't do it. And that's a perfect lead-in to our next topic. See, forming an LLC isn't really a set-it-and-forget-it kind of deal. You've got to do a little bit of simple, consistent upkeep to keep that legal shield strong.
So what does that look like? Well, you'll need to file a report with your state every year or two. You'll need to make sure your registered agent's info is always up to date. And I know I sound like a broken record, but you always have to keep your finances separate. On top of that, just renew your licenses on time and maybe jot down any big business decisions you make. It's these simple habits that keep your protection intact.
Okay, to wrap this up, I want to help you sidestep some common problems. Let's quickly go over the 3 biggest mistakes new LLC owners make so you can avoid them right from the start.
Yep, you probably saw this one coming. The number 1 mistake, hands down, is mixing personal and business money. Using your business account like a personal piggy bank is the quickest way to make that liability shield completely worthless. Seriously.
Mistake number 2 is not creating an operating agreement. A lot of single-person LLCs think, well, it's just me. I don't need rules. That's a huge misconception. That document is key to proving that your business is a real, separate entity, which is what gives you that protection in the first place.
And finally, mistake number 3, forgetting to file those annual reports with the state. It seems like a small thing, right? But if you miss the deadline, the state can actually shut down your LLC. And poof, just like that, all your protection is gone.
So here's the bottom line. An LLC protects you, it makes your business look more professional, and it's totally within reach for any serious entrepreneur. It's one of the best foundational steps you can take to build a secure, credible business.
And as always, just a final reminder that every situation is unique. So think of this as your starting point for a chat with a qualified professional who knows your specific business.
Thank you so much for hanging out and for taking this time to learn more about your business. It really matters.
Hey, if this explainer clears some things up for you, do me a favor and hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring that notification bell so you won't miss our next deep dive into business basics.